Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I'm going to talk about long-term outlook of Indian stock market. And in fact, a few weeks before I came out with a video, Nifty 35K by next year December. And I stated very clearly, if you have watched that video, most of the time people don't watch any video fully, they watch only for a few minutes. And in that video, I explained very clearly, this is a clickbait thumbnail and Nifty will not reach 35K, and I also explained what are the reasons why Nifty cannot reach 35K. Just to repeat for those who have not seen that video, 2008 Lehman Brothers collapse and Nifty came down from 6,000 to 3,000. Then after that, during the next 1 year, Nifty shot up more than 100%. Again, in 2020, during coronavirus, Nifty fell from 12,000 to 7,500. But during the next 1 year, Nifty shot up more than 100%. Some people argued with me that same thing may happen. US inflation data and Russian-Ukraine war, and because of this markets fell, and who knows, markets may shoot up more than 100% from the current level. That time the current level was around 17,500. More than 100% works out to be 35,000. So this is what some people argued with me, but that video I came out to prove that this theory is wrong. And number one, Lehman Brothers collapse, Nifty fell 50%, coronavirus, Nifty fell 40%, but this time Nifty did not fall much. Nifty did not even fall 20%. So that is one reason. And second reason is that 2008 Lehman Brothers collapse, 2020 coronavirus, in both periods, US started doing quantitative easing. But now they are not doing quantitative easing, they are doing quantitative tightening, which is just opposite. Due to all these reasons, market may not go to 35K, and I said in that video, I will come out with a new video, what will be the probable target for 23. Then came my money control interview. I just stated, Nifty is likely to go 18,500 to 19,000 by this December and 20,500 to 21,000 by December 23. The interview was conducted about 1 week, 10 days before, but they did the editing and everything. They released it on a day. And unfortunately, that day, US election results came, which was not favorable to the market. So the markets fell. And people started trolling me in the social media. Mr. Sundar, you said 19K will come, but now market has fallen down. True that I said that Nifty may go to 19K. But did I say market will straight away go to 19K without any fall? Markets don't go in one straight line. It goes up, down, but in the longer period of time, it takes a direction, either downward or upward. First, why I am bullish? Reasons are very, very simple. Many people say, sir, US recession is coming and US inflation is very high, Russia-Ukraine war, Europe is in problem. So when all these problems are there, how can we go up? So to them, I tell you, bull market always climb the wall of worries. As long as there is a problem, then only the market will go up. And in stock market, when all is well, it is time to sell. So if everything is no problem in the world and no problem anywhere, and then the prices will be always very high. And that is actually time to sell, not time to buy. The time to buy is when there is a trouble. That is what we learned from 2008 Lehman Brothers collapse and 2020 coronavirus period also. Whoever bought during those crises, they have been rewarded well. Stock market is always 6 months to 12 months ahead of the actual events. And people say US inflation is high. Yes, true. But 6 months to 1 year down the lane, the inflation may not be high. People say the US recession is coming. Yes, it may come, but the market has already factored in everything. So when the actual recession comes, market may go up. Markets factors in everything. Many months before the actual events. So therefore, whatever the people are talking bad thing, there is something called market efficient hypothesis, which says that whatever you know, everybody knows. Whatever everybody knows, that has already been factored in the price. So unless you get some new problem, the market factors in all the known problems. And coming specifically to our market, and one thing I'm finding for the last few weeks, the capital goods sector is doing very well. And let me tell you, if the capital goods sector is doing very well, 6 months to 1 year down the lane, the economy is likely to do very well. I just give you some simple analogy. What is capital goods? It is a goods produced by a company which in turn used by other companies. Just to give a simple example, I am having a coffee making machine and I am selling coffee. I have only one machine, it can serve, let us say, 100 people. Now what is happening? 120 people, 130 people coming to my coffee shop. So the demand goes up. So what I do, economy is doing well, and then what happens? I place more orders to make more coffee machine. I have only one coffee machine, I place an order for buying another coffee machine. Here you see, the person who is making a coffee machine is a capital goods company. Who is buying the coffee making machine is not the retail people. Retail people buy the coffee, they don't buy coffee machine. The coffee machine is bought by the company which is selling the coffee. So because there is a more demand, that is why I am giving more orders to the capital goods company. Because capital goods company is getting more orders, the earning visibility increases, so that's why their share price goes up. And you go and check the two famous capital goods companies in India is L&T and BHEL. And you look at the share price of BHEL and L&T for the last few months. They've been doing very, very well. So what will happen? I place the order for making a coffee machine. Capital goods companies may take 2 to 3 months or 5 to 6 months to make. A coffee making machine is a simple example. If you look at a BHEL, they are all making very big boilers. They all take many months to deliver. If I place an order for coffee making machine, 5 to 6 months down the line, I'm getting new machine. So then I can sell more coffee. So the economy improves a lot. So, capital goods company will give you the pulse of the economy. If the capital goods sector is doing very well, that means 6 months to 1 year down the lane, other companies are also likely to do well. In fact, the whole economy is likely to do well. If you go and do a small research, 2004 to 2008, the biggest bull run came in India. But you can see, even before that bull run starts, which sector did very well? It was capital goods sector. So now capital goods sector is doing very well. So that is why I'm taking a bullish view for next 6 months to 1 year. Whichever way you look at it, for next 6 months to 12 months, the markets are looking really very good. Of course, bearing unforeseen circumstances. So going forward, there can be some other problem. Like 3 years before, we never expected a problem like coronavirus. Assuming that there is no more bad news is coming, and if things are going as it is, the stock markets, not only in India, all over the world, is likely to do very well during the next 1 year to 1.5 years. So then, what is the realistic expectation? Because I've checked last many years, as and when Indian markets have done very badly in a particular year, and the following year, it gives a fantastic return. But by the way, we still have 1.5 months more for December. We have not done very badly because, in the beginning of this year, in the month of January, Nifty was around 17,600. And as of today, it is still 18,300. So still we have not done very badly. Though intra-year volatility was very high, but on a close-to-close basis, we have still done better. Therefore, next year we cannot expect a blockbuster rally just like in 2009 and 2021. But however, India is in a sweet spot. And last few months, Indian rupee depreciated by 11-12%. So it's likely to stabilize during the next 6 months to 1 year. And, India is being included in the global bond index. So if that happens, India will be attracting a lot of foreign funds. So that will help to stabilize the Indian rupee. So if Indian rupee is strong and stock markets are doing well, so FIIs will have a double impact. They will gain more than what Indian retail investors gain due to appreciation of rupee. By looking at the overall things, so I'm still bullish, and in fact, since I'm in Dubai still, so I'm not able to show my screen. Maybe next video or next week I will share. I have taken a bullish view for December 23, and I have taken some trades in December 23, and all those trades are giving very good profit. But in my Dubai conference, just in order to show to the people, I've taken the position, but I've took very little position, like 2 lots, 3 lots, like that only. I have not invested much, but for the sample trade which I have done, I'm already sitting with a very good profit. So maybe I'll come out with another video. I will show you my back office, how much I invested and how much profit I made. My simple advice: don't listen to the doomsayers, and it is time to be bullish, and our markets are bullish. And I repeat once again, the 35K, which was a clickbait, and the realistic one is 18,500 to 19,000 this year, and 20,500 to 21,000 next year. Of course, I have to say disclaimer, I am not a SEBI registered guy. Consult your financial advisor before taking any call. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.